Well, good afternoon, everyone. Just thought you'd like to see my neighbor's kid did a pretty good job. Got this all whacked down. I'm getting ready to take my lawnmower on its high 6-inch setting over and try to turn as much of this into mulch as I can. Just get it all down super fine. Start at 6 inches, make another pass at 5. It's easier to see where all the pocket gopher heels are in here now, but I'd like you to just see that this little 1/3 acre paddock, pasture, is getting whacked down. It's only, well, if you took the buildings off, it'd be almost a 1/2 acre piece back here. I've got a 1 acre piece of property, and this is the back half. Front half has house. Back half has my little shed and my garage shop on it. So, yeah, you did a pretty good job. So, I'm quite happy here. Well, let's get mowing. Oh, wow. Well, I've come in, had to cool off. It's about 3:30. Temps are finally cooling off, and it looks like we might get some rain. I don't know if you can hear it, but we got some thunder out here. It got up in the 90s today, and I was out working in the sunshine, and it's getting pretty toasty warm. And then these clouds moved in. I had some storm clouds move over this morning, but they didn't leave a single drop. They just moved over to the mountains, didn't drop anything. But come back here and you can see what I've been doing back here. I don't have my shoes on, so I'm not going to walk out back here, but came in, had to cool off and get rehydrated. But yeah, see, I've got quite a bit done now. Quite a bit. A little robin sitting there on the cinder block. But I've got to just along that back fence line, about 15-20 feet from the fence line into the inn, and that's pretty much all it. Just along that back fence line there, it's about 15-20 foot wide swath along the fence, back fence. I don't think a little rain will hurt the mower. So for some reason those self-propelled front wheels have stopped propelling. Oh, the winds are picking up and I can feel some raindrops. Oh boy. So yeah, I think we are getting some rain. Alright. Thank you, thank you. Rain is always welcome. Rain is always welcome. Yep. All right. Gave a couple of flats of marigolds to my mom, and she took about 4 of the sunflowers. She picked me up an eggplant there, and I'm gonna plant it in that big empty section right there in the garden. Oh wow. I'm getting a little noisy upstairs. I love a good thunderstorm. Look at the roses. They're still blooming so well. Just so beautiful. Another couple of weeks and there won't be a single flower left. They'll all be gone. Gone for the summer, but I still got a few little buds. As you notice, there's still some buds here. A little bud there. Still some buds, so they're not quite done yet. That there is just so pretty. So pretty. Yeah. Getting a few raindrops now. I probably better go in. Not a good idea to get my phone soaked and wet. And I will check back with everyone later. I better get my laundry off the line. Oh boy. Better run. See y'all later. Well, I have this feeling that little greenhouse might be done for. Anchoring the frame down to the ground so I can't blow away was helpful, but it didn't prevent it from literally getting flattened by the wind on one side. Thank you, sis. It was a wonderful gift. Very well thought. Not your fault that the company makes a really flimsy product. Those clouds are so beautiful with the sun behind it. Storm's over. Things are clearing up. I'm gonna be getting back to my mowing. Hopefully the lawnmower isn't any worse for wear, seeing as I left it in the yard and it kind of got a little soaked. But look at that beautiful sky. Look at that beautiful sky. It is just gorgeous. Just gorgeous out here. All the petals got blown off from the spent blossoms. Got petaled off, so just blown off from all the dead blossoms. That's what happens. Winds come up, blow off all the petals off the dead and dying blossoms, and then I got just rose petals all over my yard. These ones are still blooming away. But yeah, all the spent blossoms, you see, petals have just been blown off. They were already dying back, so another couple weeks and there'll just be a big green shrub in my yard. But look at that. There might be a little rain up to the north up there, but oh, isn't this gorgeous? Just beautiful. Beautiful out here. And yes, unfortunately, that one damaged side that got a wee bit bent up, and we straightened it up, and that ended up being the weak side. And that one corner back here that was really cracked, it literally finished breaking. It's finished breaking, and so once that post gave away, the rest of it just blew right over. And yeah, my poor greenhouse, poor little flimsy greenhouse. Thunderstorm blew it over. I don't think there's no straightening it without ordering more of those, more parts. And it probably isn't even worth the money to order more supports, those lower supports. So, and you can see it was anchored down really good here with nice steel anchors, so it didn't go anywhere. But this whole side that had previously been a little bent up and we straightened it, it just gave way. So my poor saggy greenhouse did not survive the thunderstorm. I'm not sure what to do about it now. Yeah, it's not exactly what I would have bought for myself, but it was a gift, and I love the sentiment behind it. Alright, well, I better go and see if the lawnmower is going to start and if I can get back to my mowing. Well, it's day 2, and I'm still cleaning up along my fence line here. It's looking pretty good. And look at what I found buried up along here. It's got some old cinder blocks. That's a really old cinder block there. There's another cinder block there. There's a board here. Well, I had no idea this stuff was here when I had the fence put in 25 years ago. It was all covered up with vegetation. We just simply did holes where we needed to. And yeah, find all this old stuff here. This looks like a old plow blade. Boy, this is like an architectural dig. Wonder what I'll find next. And now I've found an old T-post. It was right down along there, right under that fence line. An old T-post. Oh boy. Yep. Yeah, I'm really finding a lot of really old stuff. My house was built in 1940, and that's when this little farm area was homesteaded. It was in 1940, so I got a lot of really old stuff. Bent T-post. Wow. Alright, everyone. Yep. Can't keep this gate open unless I tie it up. But we'll let it close behind me. Finally finished with the first pass back here with my lawnmower on its highest setting. It's got them marked on numbers from 1 through 6. So still got a bit to do. Neighbors' dogs are barking. Somebody set off some fireworks, and now the poor things are just going to town up the hill. It's about a quarter-mile from me, so. But I've cleaned up the fence line. I finished mowing that section. Yes, I am wearing a hat. I'll let you guys see. Yay! Don't go anywhere without one. Not on these sunny days. So my hair is a little too thin on top, and I don't need my scalp getting sunburned. So, yep, I got this all done. I'm hoping I'm in the camera, visible. Never know when I'm holding up my phone with my hands. But let's turn you around, and we'll go back to this. Yep. Got all these fence lines cleaned up. And as you have seen, I found a few odd bits and pieces around here. Digging over here, cleaning up. I just chopping with my hedge clippers, and I chopped and something went clunk, and it was in this area that I found all those cinder blocks. And there's still one cinder block right there. There's still a bit of cinder block, and there's this old board here. And this is also where I found that plow blade. Boys, things people use for property line markers. And it was over here that I found the old T-post lying in the ground. You can still see the depression there in the ground from it made. I slid it out, but yeah, an old T-post. So, yep. But as you notice, trying not to show too much of my neighbor's property. Yeah. But yeah, there we go. Got this fence line all cleaned up. I also trimmed the weeds down around my garage, and it looks so much better. Still got these piles of old stalks from my past sunflowers that have been sitting in here rotting. I got sunflower stalks, I got canes from raspberries, weeds, grass. Got to get this all cleaned up out of here. I'm too close to the vinyl fence to burn it. It would burn too hot. So my little volunteer sunflowers are doing pretty good. My other sunflowers are doing very good. Look at them, they're taller. Taller than the, and yes, fireworks going off in the background. It's 4th of July weekend. Woohoo! Oh. But yep, I got all these. Look at, some of them are already taller than the bottom rail of the fence. They're really growing, these sunflowers are. Got another little volunteer right there. Volunteer right there. And you can see how tall. They're growing so fast. Boy, and they are really going to shoot up. I swear they're probably growing about an inch a day. They grow about 1 inch every day. And maybe even faster. But this next month, it's July. By August 1st, they are going to be towering over this fence. And some of them will be leaning, and that's when I start tying them to the fence. I just get some hemp twine, bungee cords, whatever, and just tie them to the fence rails. Usually by the time they get to the top fence rail, that's where I'm tying them up to, is the top fence rail. But they're doing good. Now that I've gotten this all tackled here, gotten it taken care of, my next big project is to get the pumpkin patch weeded and mulched. I just had the opportunity to get this when my neighbor sent his teenage son with the brush string trimmer. It's the weed eater with the big back wheels and big thick cords. I'm still picking up pieces of it off the ground everywhere. But he came and he spent about 3 days knocking all this back here down. I mean, I'd already mowed this short stuff, but knocked this all back down. And my neighbor's going to be coming. He's going to apply some weed and feed, because I've actually got some good pasture grass that grows here. And it's really thick in some areas. It's this pasture grass that's just back here. it's really tall back here on the other side of the fence because they don't mow back here along the field. Really need to bring a tractor and a mower and mow this, but we got all this nice tall pasture grass. It makes great hay. In fact, if this was in a hay field, it would already have been cut for the first cutting. It grows fast, and if you keep it about 4 or 5 inches tall, it will get thick and soft. Most of my lawn is made out of this stuff, and that's why I'd like back here, because if I ever got animals, I just wouldn't cut it as much and just keep it watered and let the animals keep it mowed down. The animals are gonna have to wait a while. First we gotta take care of pocket gophers. Take care of pocket gophers and get some good grass growing out here. Might take a year or two, but hopefully by this fall I'll have some good grass growing out here. I'll have to I want to get about 3 tripod sprinklers out here that cover huge areas. No, I don't even know what this thing is for. I've never known what it was for. It's been here since I bought the place, and I have no idea what this was used for. Find all kinds of things. Look there, there's a buckle. Yeah, like, okay, there's a buckle there. So, odd little things. Oh, cool. Look at that rock. Okay, squirrel moment. But anyways, I got this done. I am tired. I got most of the weeds knocked down here. I got a little patch of lamb's quarters there. I may come and harvest those, because otherwise they're just going to get knocked down and gotten rid of. Been taking care of a lot of trying to get stuff piled up. My neighbor's going to be coming with a trailer to haul away trash, get the firewood cut up and stacked in the little wood shed, and haul away all the trashy stuff. And I am tired. Get that cleaned up. I'm trying to get all this dirt here, good rich dirt full of worms, scraped off the cement foundation that runs alongside this building here. I'd like to get it all down to the cement and get the cement cleaned off. That'd just be good to have all this cleaned up and just basically cleaned up, so I can plan on better use. Also, if I can get the money together to find an expert to do some restoration work, rebuilding on this, my little wooden shed, which used to be a long time ago, from what I heard, a little cow barn. I'm not sure if it was a cow barn, but yeah, it's gonna take an expert to fix these walls. Got this one is going in that direction, and that wall is going in that direction. Yeah, but it'll take an expert to get this all taken care of and restored, expertly restored. It's lasted 80 years. I'd like to get at least another 80 years out of it, or at least my lifetime. I'm looking for a good, heck, I'm going to be 60. I could live to be 80 or 90. Another 20, 30 years out of it. I still think it'd make an awesome chicken coop if I could get it all straightened up. Just make a really great chicken coop. Need a good back door on it. And you can build a nice little run out here. Nice little run. That would be great. So Better come in here, close the gate. So lift it. It kind of doesn't sit right anymore, but I think it's because this post here, I think, has sunk in the ground, because it used to be these two posts. Yeah, kind of. That was perfect, so it'd snap right on when it would close. Nowadays, though, you got to lift it and lift the gate and put it on. So something around here sunk a little, so it's not hitting quite the way it should anymore. I'm seriously, because one thing some of my neighbors haven't been able to help me with this is because they've got little tractors, but their tractors need something wider than a 6-foot gate. Now I was seriously wondering what would the cost to be to take these 8-foot boards out of here and put in an 8-foot gate and make it so it would latch on the uphill side and then swing open going this way, and we could tie it to that, and it would give a nice big 8-foot opening somebody could drive through with a small tractor and get in there. I'd have to take off that limb. I'm going to get that limb taken off anyways. It's just not growing well. Keep cutting more and more off of it every year, so I think it's trying to die back. But yeah, it would be nice. Putting in a nice 8-foot gate there would help. My neighbors could help me better because they could get their little tractors in there. I had one neighbor who said if I had an 8-foot gate, he's got a little tractor with a bush hog, but it needs an 8-foot wide gate to get in. Alright, well, better go and pick up my water bottle. Gotta stay hydrated while you're... That's an awesome water bottle. Made by Simply Modern. And another project I've got to finish getting to. My overgrown marigold bed. Honestly, this is supposed to be the tomato bed, and it's full of marigolds. Gotta get some of those planted over in my other raised bed there. It doesn't hardly have any marigolds. So we'll get to that. Future projects. There's always something to do. Things are never done. Never done. There's always more to do. The sun is getting low in the sky. We're gonna have a beautiful sunset tonight. I'll come back in a little bit and show it to y'all. Got an interesting looking sunset. Some clouds have moved up and the sun dropped down behind them. I kind of missed the instant when it would have been coming through there. I don't know if you can see the big butte. It's really behind some... It's really hazy there around the big butte tonight. I just think it's really interesting, these clouds. And you've got those. Just really looks interesting. Yeah. People are shooting off the fireworks. And tomorrow's the 4th, so they'll really be shooting off fireworks. But I think the sunsets around here are so beautiful, so interesting. But anyways, everybody have a happy and safe 4th of July, and I'll see you on the next video.